Nottingham Forest stunned Liverpool on Saturday with a first win at Anfield in 55 years. Callum Hudson-Odoi, formerly of Chelsea and England, came off the bench to score the game's only goal in the second half, combining with another substitute in ex-Manchester United winger Anthony Elanga. Liverpool had won all 3 league games without conceding before facing Forest, but were well beaten in front of their own fans by the tireless and well-organised visitors. Gone was their free-flowing start, replaced by a disjointed performance while the second half was open and stretched. The first period was a much more tense and stop-start affair. It took until the 18th minute for the first shot of the match, when Luis Diaz cut in onto his right and struck against the post. Trent Alexander-Arnold tried to force the opener by shooting directly from a corner, but goalkeeper Mats Sells pushed it clear, before riding his luck in the Forest net by avoiding an embarrassing own goal after dropping Luis Diaz's looping header between his legs. The hosts upped the ante as the first half wore on, with Alexis Mac Allister coming close with a header, but Nuno Espirito Santo's side deserved to be level as the two sides headed for their dressing rooms at the interval. Slot made 3 changes on the hour mark, bringing Connor Bradley, Darwin Núñez and Cody Gakpo on in an attempt to force the issue. Instead, Forest knitted together their finest attack of the afternoon and got their reward. Elanga bent a precise pass around both Liverpool centre-backs and it arrived at the feet of Hudson-Odoi, who cut inside and curled past Alisson and in off the post. Liverpool had conceded their first goal of the season and they would fail to respond. Forest defended resolutely, blocking a late effort by Dominic Szoboszlai, and then watched as Virgil van Dijk nodded onto the roof of the net from a corner with the game's final chance.
Aston Villa staged a remarkable comeback to secure a 3-2 victory over Everton at Villa Park. The match was a roller coaster of emotions, with Everton taking an early lead through Dwight McNeil's goal in the 16th minute. McNeil capitalized on a defensive error, slotting the ball past Villa's goalkeeper with precision. Everton doubled their lead in the 27th minute when Dominic Calvert-Lewin headed in a cross from Alex Iwobi, leaving Villa fans in despair. However, Aston Villa showed resilience and determination. Ollie Watkins sparked the comeback with a well-timed header in the 36th minute, giving the home side hope. The momentum shifted in Villa's favor, and they continued to press forward. Watkins struck again in the 58th minute, this time with a powerful shot from inside the box, leveling the score at 2-2. The decisive moment came in the 76th minute when John Duran, who had been a constant threat throughout the match, unleashed a stunning 30-yard strike that sailed into the top corner of the net. The goal sent Villa Park into raptures and secured all 3 points for the home team. This victory propels Aston Villa to 3rd place in the Premier League standings, showcasing their strong start to the season. On the other hand, Everton's struggles continue as they remain at the bottom of the table without a point after 4 matches. It was a match filled with drama and excitement, leaving fans on the edge of their seats until the final whistle. Did you have a chance to watch it live, or are you catching up on the highlights? Everton started strong with goals from Dwight McNeil in the 16th minute and Dominic Calvert-Lewin in the 27th minute. However, Villa's Ollie Watkins scored twice, first in the 36th minute and then again in the 58th minute, to level the match. The decisive moment came when John Duran unleashed a stunning 30-yard strike in the 76th minute to secure the win for Villa. This victory places Aston Villa in 3rd position in the Premier League standings, while Everton remains at the bottom without a point after 4 matches. Were you able to catch the match live? In their recent Bundesliga clash, Bayern Munich delivered a dominant performance against Holstein Kiel, securing a 6-1 victory. The match, held at Holstein Stadion, saw Bayern Munich take control from the very beginning. First half highlights. Early goals. Bayern Munich started strong with Jamal Musiala scoring in the 1st minute, followed by Harry Kane in the 7th minute. An own goal by Nikolai Remberg in the 13th minute further extended Bayern's lead. Bayern's dominance. Bayern maintained pressure throughout the first half, with their midfield and attack consistently breaking through Holstein Kiel's defense. Second half highlights. Kane's hat-trick. Harry Kane continued his impressive form, completing his hat-trick with goals in the 50th and 68th minutes. This performance marked his first hat trick of the season. Additional goals. Michael Olise added another goal for Bayern in the 75th minute, sealing the comprehensive win. Holstein Kiel's consolation. Holstein Kiel managed to score a consolation goal in the 85th minute, but it was too little, too late. Key takeaways. Bayern's form. This victory keeps Bayern Munich at the top of the Bundesliga table with 3 wins from 3 matches. Kane's impact. Harry Kane's hat trick highlights his crucial role in Bayern's attack this season. Overall, Bayern Munich's performance was a testament to their strength and depth, showcasing their potential for the rest of the season. What did you think of the match? Holstein Kiel approached the match with a defensive strategy, aiming to contain Bayern Munich's potent attack. Here are some key aspects of their approach. Defensive setup. Holstein Kiel set up with a compact defense, trying to limit the space available for Bayern's attackers. They focused on crowding the midfield and closing down passing lanes. Counterattacks. They relied on quick counterattacks to catch Bayern off guard. The team tried to exploit any gaps left by Bayern's high pressing. Physical play. Holstein Kiel employed a physical style of play to disrupt Bayern's rhythm. They aimed to win duels and second balls to regain possession. Set pieces. They looked to capitalize on set pieces, hoping to create scoring opportunities from corners and free kicks. Despite their efforts, Bayern's early goals and relentless pressure made it difficult for Holstein Kiel to execute their game plan effectively. Their defensive strategy was overwhelmed by Bayern's attacking prowess. What did you think of their approach? A Christopher Nkunku goal inside the final 10 minutes saw the Blues leave Bournemouth with all 3 points. Bournemouth were first to go close inside 4 minutes when Vega gave the ball away in his own half, and after collecting, Marcus Tavernier fired a 25-yard strike against the crossbar. Chelsea had more of the possession in the opening quarter of an hour, but Bournemouth carried the greater threat and were the first to force a save, as Tavernier's low effort was easily held by Robert Sanchez. The Blues did go close when a run forward by Wesley Fofana helped create an opening, and Noni Madueke had a low goal-bound shot blocked, and the home defense just scrambled clear. But Bournemouth responded immediately, and Sanchez had to save well from Justin Kluivert, and then make another save from Lewis Cook moments later. Chelsea had a great chance just after the half-hour mark, when Levi Colwill slipped Nicholas Jackson through, and his left-footed shot from just inside the area was saved by Mark Travers. Penalty. The home side had a glorious opportunity to go in front on 38 minutes when a misplaced pass back by Fofana was intercepted by Evanilson, and he just reached the ball ahead of Sanchez, who could do little about bringing down the striker as he knocked the ball past the goalkeeper. But Sanchez guessed the right way at the spot kick and made a superb stop to keep the score at 0-0. Robert Sanchez capped off an outstanding display by saving a penalty during an even first half. But several substitutions from Enzo Maresca paid dividends in the second period as Jadon Sancho rounded off an excellent debut by setting up Nkunku for the winner in the 86th minute. First Premier League start, Enzo Maresca made 2 alterations to the starting X-Man, which drew 1-1 with Crystal Palace prior to the international break. There was a first Premier League start for summer signing Renato Vega, who replaced Enzo Fernandez, who was absent due to illness, and Axel Disasi came in at right-back in place of the injured Malo Gusto. Deadline day signing Jadon Sancho was named on a strong substitutes bench, which also included Christopher Nkunku, Joao Felix, and Mykhailo Mudryk.
Manchester United survived a first-half penalty scare to see off Southampton 3-0 at St Mary's Stadium. Andre Onana saved Cameron Archer's spot kick on the half-hour, and that proved pivotal to the story of the match, as the Reds responded and ended the opening period in fine style. Matthias de Ligt headed home his maiden goal for United, and Marcus Rashford scored for the first time since March, much to the pleasure of our travelling support. Aaron Ramsdale prevented us from extending our lead on numerous occasions, before Saints head captain Jack Stevens sent off for a high tackle on Alejandro Garnacho. All in all, it was a comfortable afternoon on the South Coast, with Garnacho putting the seal on proceedings in stoppage time. The game kicked off amid beautiful South Coast sunshine, with United sporting our dark blue Adidas away strip for the first time in a competitive outing. Ahmad and Christian Eriksen were brought into the side, but it was one of the Saints changes who had the first sighter, as youngster Tyler Dibling ran clear down the right and curled a left-footed effort that looked bound to nestle in the net, only for Onana to claw the ball clear. Erik ten Hag's men were coming under serious pressure now, and the tricky Dibling forced Diogo Dalot into a rash challenge, right on the edge of the penalty area. Referee Stuart Atwell did not hesitate in pointing to the spot, but there was a brief pause as the VAR confirmed the positioning of the foul. The 51-second wait doubtless affected Archer, who saw his low kick stopped by Onana, along with the subsequent headed rebound. Good interplay between Rashford and Zirkzee led to the latter having his low effort tipped behind by Ramsdale and, from the resulting corner, Bruno Fernandes's flighted cross was expertly met by De Ligt, who was able to open his account in English football. In attempting to find a way back into the game, Saints were leaving space in attacking areas, and Russell Martin attempted to stem the tide by making a quadruple change just after the hour mark. Experienced duo Adam Lallana and Ryan Fraser were among the substitutes, but we continued to look comfortable, and Ten Hag took advantage of the opportunity to blood new signing Manuel Ugarte in the Premier League for the first time. Garnacho was also brought on, and the Argentinian, with his freshly bleached crop of hair, was soon the target of a nasty-looking challenge by Stevens, who looked surprised to receive his marching orders from Atwell. United were content to see out the win, although there was still time for Taylor Harwood-Bellis to block Zirkzee's goal-bound shot, before Garnacho found the roof of the net from Dalot's centre to score with virtually the final kick of the game.